Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Culture. Oh my God, that was autopilot.
You did the thing.
Oh
You did the
no. Okay.
4K.
Oh no. Okay, well that's definitely the wrong
I may
podcast.
be disappearing into the void, but at least I didn't make that crucial mistake.
Oh no, I was thinking of the wrong podcast. I'm so sorry. All right, hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Ted for Thoughts Past the Salt, being recorded live
There you
on
go.
January 15th, 2022. I'll be your host for today, Taylor, because Matt's internet is slowly being sucked into the void.
Yes,
And
it very much is.
yes. I appreciate someone else is here to witness this. Hello, Leander. Anyway.
Welcome back, Leander. Welcome to the show. As I said, I am disappearing in the void, so Thailand is going to be the main host today. And I am already amazed by how south this has gone, both between you and me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway. Well, so what have you been up to this past week, Matt?
What I've done, I've just kind of writing a review for headphones,
Okay.
which should be coming out next week, as long as every time to film it. We are waiting for some equipment coming, so that's going to be a little bit. I'm also like, am I just
Goodbye.
I'm dead.
You're dead. Unfortunately, Matt has been kidnapped by the Ethernet. All right. So what I believe he was trying to say was that he's been mostly working on the review for his 8 headphones, which should hopefully be finished by today and whatnot. So, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Better than it was, but still not incredible.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's been also really happy because last Sunday the Raiders won the playoffs, and I am looking forward to them today after the podcast.
Okay.
Although the internet is going, God knows if I'll see that game.
Okay.
How's your week been?
Apparently better than yours. At least better than today.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really any sort of like.
It's always this time of day that my internet is.
Yeah, it's weird.
Just craps the bed. I assume it's just because everybody's home overloading the network.
Yeah, but I mean, the same could be said for my apartment complex, but mine is perfectly fine.
Yours is Tempe, though.
True. Yeah.
The difference.
My mother and I were driving home and accidentally ran over a deer, and the fender is messed up. The car is in total, but the fender isn't in the best of appearances. Well, just based on what I know, that's guys are lucky that it's only just fender damage. Deers weigh a shitload. Like, people don't understand. Deers weigh a shitload, and when you're colliding at that at high speed.
Yeah, that can suck real bad. I know a guy who's here in Arizona. We have elk, not deer. Imagine a deer, but like much bigger, and thicker. And it just like he hit it with his truck, and it just totaled his cab section because it flipped over onto the hood, and those things weigh a lot. So I can only imagine what a deer could do. So be lucky that's just like a fender issue, and not like completely destroyed like the radiator or your windshield or anything like that.
Yeah,
because
although I'm glad to hear you guys are okay for what it seems like. So
very much so.
Yeah. All right, so really quick, just go through a couple of housekeeping stuff. As you can see on the bottom, what is that, roughly like a 1/6, 1/8, whatever. Anyway, you can find us on Instagram at tech_FOR_thought and Twitter at tech_for_thought, as well as our YouTube channel, of course, that you probably already know of if you're watching it not now. But if for some reason the YouTube gods blessed us by pushing us to your recommendation, you've never seen us, hello and welcome. Make sure like, subscribe, comment, chat with us. Love it. We try to upload twice a week. Anyway, let's get right into our topic, and it's actually our headlining topic. Everyone is compromised.
Again.
Yes. And yeah,
this
let's
time not Java related.
Right, exactly. This is more fundamental operating system. And really quick, trust me, I'm happy that it's only fender damage, but I was shook up about it mainly because it's the whole running over the animal thing. Yeah, that does kind of stuff too.
Understandable. Yeah, it's never a good experience like that.
Mm-hmm. So our first story comes to us from Ars Technica. Backdoor for Windows, macOS, and Linux went undetected until now. Never before seen cross-platform quote-unquote cisjoker came from an advanced threat actor. All right.
Cisjoker?
Yes, that's what they're calling the exploit.
It's such a dumb name.
Welcome to the cybersecurity world.
I mean, yeah, but like there was Spectre, there was Meltdown, like there was cool names.
Those are all edgelord cringe.
Yeah, but at least they're cooler than Cisjoker.
Yeah, true. All right, fair enough. Anyway. Reading the article here, researchers have uncovered a never-before-seen backdoor written from scratch for systems running Windows, macOS, and Linux, so the three main desktop OSs, that remain undetected by virtually all malware scanning engines. Oof. Researchers from security firm Intensor said they discovered cisjoker, the name they gave the backdoor, on the Linux-based web server of a, quote, leading educational institution, end quote. As the researchers dug in, they found cisjoker versions for both Windows and macOS as well. They suspect the cross-platform malware was unleashed in the second half of last year.
Damn. Half last year? So it's been out there for a while then, if they're putting it that way.
Yeah, and it's just been undetected until now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The discovery is significant for several reasons. First, fully cross-platform malware is something of a rarity. With most malicious software being written for a specific operating system, that is true, the backdoor was also written from scratch and made use of 4 separate command and control servers, an indication that the people who developed and used it were part of an advanced threat actor that invested significant resources. It's also unusual for previously unseen Linux malware to be found in a real-world attack. But open source. Anyway.
I was about to say that's true, but open source.
Yeah, but open source. Analyses of the Windows version by Intensor and the version for Macs by researcher Patrick Wardy found that cisjoker provides advanced backdoor capabilities. Executable files for both the Windows and macOS versions had the suffix .ts. Oh, that's interesting phraseology. Okay. Both the Windows and macOS versions had the suffix .ts. Okay, so it's like think of like end of file name. Intensor said that they may be an indication the file masqueraded as a TypeScript app spread after being sneaked into the npm Java script repository. Java strikes again. Intensor went on to say that cisjoker masquerades as a system update. Okay.
I also like how the most effective viruses and like malware type stuff, Notepad.
Right. Yeah.
It's just Notepad, bro.
Yeah. Easy.
What can't Notepad do?
Nothing.
Pretty much.
Wardle, meanwhile, said the .ts extension may indicate the file masqueraded as a video transport stream content. He also found that the macOS file was digitally signed, though with an ad hoc signature. Interesting. Cisjoker is written in C++, and as of Tuesday, the Linux and macOS versions were fully undetected on the VirusTotal malware search engine. The backdoor generates its control server domain by decoding a string retrieved from a text file hosted on Google Drive. During the time the researchers were analyzing it, the server changed 3 times, indicating the attacker was active and monitoring for infected machines. Based on organizations targeted and the malware behavior, Intensor's assessment is that cisjoker is after specific targets, most likely with the goal of espionage together with lateral movement, which might also lead to a ransomware attack as one of the next stages. Fair enough. Just to catch up on chat, at least if you're going to be a hacker, have or pick a cool name. We don't condone hacking in real life. I'm not even going to say what sysjoker sounds like, mainly because it opens a can of worms. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. I guess that's a good point. For anyone listening to this, for anyone who's listening to this for just audio only, sysjoker is SYS as in system, and then joker. So
yeah. Raspberry says, I don't even see a water cooler. Taylor proceeds to riot.
Yeah, no water cooler today. I'm not moving that shit again.
But yeah, I do have my Linus pillow though.
That is true, and it is visible on stream. Yeah,
it's amazing.
All right,
very comfortable too, actually.
So what are your thoughts here?
God damn it, Java.
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, that kind of sums it up. It's people just still abusing Java since the issues have come to light last year. So that's been pretty interesting on that part. I wonder how far it's gonna go though, in terms of like if they're looking for particular targets, are they like what are they looking for on that part?
Right, exactly. And also, yeah, I wonder if it really will come to pass as a ransomware. And now you kind of get to see like the live action arms race here. You get to see all the antiviruses update their definitions for sysjoker.
Yeah.
So we'll see who's quick.
Yeah. I mean, on that part, do you think they'll do ransomware, or will it just be like stealing information?
Could be both.
That's true.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I primarily see it just as like information gathering because ransomware. It depends on who the target is, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's a better way to put it. Oleander says Java needs to fix their shit, but please don't be a malbo. I don't know.
Don't be a malbolge. I'm not sure on that one.
How do you pronounce that? Malbolge?
Malbolge? Okay. Anyway.
Malbolge? I don't know. But it wasn't there also like in the past week or so like a bust in terms of like a hacking group or something?
Yeah, so last night the Russian SFB busted and took down the Russian hacking group REvil.
That's right. That's what it was.
Yeah, and they were notorious for ransomware, but there's nothing indicating that sysjoker was Russian or anything like that. So
yeah, no sort of fingerprints there.
No, and also it was discovered before the bust of REvil. So
yeah, all good. I just remember there was something popping up in the news. I knew it wasn't related, but it was something to talk about.
No, I gotcha.
I mean, your thoughts on it?
The bust or the malware?
Virus. Sysjoker.
It's, I guess to me, it's just more fascinating that it's something that exists that isn't hardware level, but affects all three of the major operating systems.
Java.
Yeah, Java. Java be like,
pretty much, because doesn't like Java like exist on all platforms as well.
Well, yes, it has to run on all platforms because you know, most websites you go to run JavaScript, and yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, so you know what, Linux, open source, whatever. Never use that argument again. Yeah. And also PSA, Mats can get viruses. It's just people don't really write viruses for Mats. So there's that. Anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. I guess
on to the next one.
Yeah, this is time to move on. Let's shift over from software into hardware. NVIDIA's RTX 3090 might be in trouble, or 3090 Ti, titanium, whatever, might be in trouble.
The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090 Titanium.
Have I tried Ubuntu? No, but I have tried Linux before, and that will not solve anyone's problem.
True.
You just need to install whole Fedora, bro.
Get that Mint.
Yeah, you just need to install Manjaro.
Java. We don't understand viruses, but we also are the internet interface too.
That is true. Yeah, there are actually certain extensions you can get, like for your browser, that kind of contain a locally hosted Java. So the website doesn't have to send you any of the JavaScript to run. It tells you what to run locally. Yeah, so that is a way of doing this here. I at least know the Firefox extension for that is called, let me pull that up really quick because I have it on my Firefox. Let's see, settings.
Dude, switch over to Brave browser by now.
I'm sorry, what?
I thought you would have switched over to Brave browser by now.
I have, but I still have Firefox installed.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, if you get the local CDN extension for Firefox, then that will basically do a localized like running of not only CDNs but also JavaScript that I was talking about. So
nice.
Yeah.
Brave gang says NEG Quantum.
That's correct. The articles you're looking at right now are
Brave
being run
gang.
through the Brave browser. So have fun.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, let's read the article. Come into what's up?
What were we doing?
Yeah. Tweet Town, which is decent for video card news. Exclusive. NVIDIA's new flagship RTX 3090 Ti titanium graphics card was announced at CES 2022.
Oh, it's TI now.
TI, what? I don't care. It was meant to be released later this month, but yeah, that might not be happening. I've had an industry source reach out to me talking about the situation with NVIDIA and its latest GPUs, where I was told that NVIDIA asked AIB partners to, quote, pause production, end quote, on their custom GeForce RTX 3090 Ti titanium graphics cards. I asked if they knew the reason, but they didn't know why NVIDIA asked them to pause production. Super fun.
I just the chip.
I'm okay. Well, Matt's gone into the void. Well, NEG Quantum in the chat can now hear Matt's void voice very clearly with the new headphones. Awesome. You only use Brave because you are too poor to have enough RAM for Chrome. I think that's. I don't think that's partially untrue because Brave is. Brave also runs on Chromium, which is the same engine Chrome runs on. So they're both relatively memory hungry. But also just close your tabs. I've never had an issue. Anyway. I've had an where was I? There we go. The new NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090 Ti Titanium is meant to be an absolute GPU monster with upgrades in every way right up to a huge new 450-watt TDP. But asking AIB partners to pause production out of nowhere without an explanation, that's weird. But maybe there are problems in Silicon Paradise. First, Samsung has major issues with its new AMD RDNA 2 powered Exynos 2200 SoC made on Samsung's in-house process node, and so too are NVIDIA's current flock of Ampere-based GeForce RTX 30 GPUs, including the new flagship GeForce RTX 3090 Ti. Hopefully, we have some clarification on the situation too. Let's see. Matt got kidnapped by the Ethernet again. I run an average of 329 tabs at the same time. That's a lot of hentai. 32 gig RAM gang. Only 32? Okay. Laptops rise up. Lemma fail. Nerd. Okay.
I love it. I can't
And end of the article here. Funnily enough, Team Green didn't talk about the fully detailed specifications of the GeForce RTX 3090 Ti, but we know we can expect around 40 teraflops of single precision compute performance. Oh, and that custom RTX 3090 Ti graphics cards are going to be power monsters, chewing down 1,000+ watts of power. Yeah. Yeah.
That's an. Can you hear me?
I heard "guh." I heard "guh."
Void let it go out because that's what I'm experiencing. I can't monitor chat either. There we go.
Chat is just giving you shit for falling into the void, and that we need a void emote.
Oh, I'm totally down to make a void. I will replace my face with a void.
Yes.
I am totally down for that.
Yes.
I'll get on that. Have it ready by next week. But yeah, anybody who's watching who wants to participate in emotes, we do have a membership thing. Think of it kind of like Twitch. It's like $5 a month. You support us directly with it. and you get some badges and access to emotes, which feature our cooler.
Goodbye. Okay, he was shilling our emotes. You can join for $4.99 a month. We did a cut of that, and so does YouTube. And what that allows you to do is use all the emotes being demonstrated in the chat. Yeah.
This is so bad.
The elite hacking gang Ethernet is kidnapping Matt.
Love chat.
Okay. Yes. You get many, many pits of our waifu, Tetrethot-chan. Anyway. Our channel's mascot waifu, Tetrethot-chan.
That name is still pending.
Yes, I know. Alright, so I guess come to think of it also, Samsung had to delay this whole new Exynos event that they were planning for the winter, kind of like this first quarter of this year, as well, because of production issues. So it seems like Samsung Foundries is having issues with their processes, which not a good thing, just because not a good thing, because that's only going to drive people more to TSMC, who not only cannot really accommodate volume, like a whole lot of volume right now, and are actually having to build another fab to accommodate volume. We'll talk about that later on in the show. But, you know, competition and whatnot, don't put all your eggs in one basket, especially a Taiwanese company that might unfortunately succumb to China within the future, just because of the geopolitical landscape in that area. So...
Can you hear me?
I heard, can you hear me?
Life is pain. As I was, but yeah, that's what I was trying to say earlier. If I had to guess, it's an issue getting their main chips.
Yeah.
And yeah, it makes sense, especially with what Samsung's doing. That we'll talk about later on.
Mm-hmm.
I do appreciate the emoji spam, but I have to certify each emoji spam. It's kind of a pain. I don't know if there's that type of filter.
I'm not sure. We might be able to tweet it. What just happened? Okay, no, we're good. We're good.
I can go for good water right now.
Hydration check? Hydration check. No.
Hydration check.
Hydration check. Beautiful. Okay.
Out of my technical. You know what's amazing tonight? My LTT pillow.
That we can see in the background there. Linus's face is just staring at us in disapproval of your shitty internet.
It's true.
Yes.
Very true.
Okay.
Can't wait for it. I could. But I'm not this choose, are you?
No, I'm not really surprised either with these issues, to be in all honesty. And it was really ballsy for NVIDIA to announce the 3090 Ti, but pushed through anyway, and now they're having issues. I guess it's like you kind of reap what you sow. I don't know. I guess you could apply that. Yeah, 100%. So it's like, of course, maybe it's karma for announcing a GPU nobody wants, and now nobody will be able to get.
Like, what was the price tag on it? Did they ever announce the price?
No, they never did.
I imagine it being like freaking $2,000.
Oh yeah, pushing that number easily. So
Linus looks at us from the void. The void calls out.
Okay.
You haven't fun yet? That might be for good.
I'm having a blast. I may have started hosting the Ron podcast at first, but I am enjoying this.
The intro.
What's up?
Play the cog.
Okay. Yeah. Matt, run a speed test live and give us a screenshot of your pain.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's doing that. Let's run with the next story coming to us from Tom's Hardware. NVIDIA's 249 MSRP RTX 3050 sold out instantly. I love how his Discord just like completely shits the bed harder than usual when he's running the speed test.
I
Anyway.
haven't started yet.
Oh my god, it was just like, okay.
I haven't even loaded the damn Pro. Share my screen so everybody can see this.
Okay.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Do you want me to share my screen so
Yeah, go
so you
for
can
it.
display it? I was gonna say you might want to switch it to like the be right back just so I can get that done because I know all the video stuff is pulling from Discord right now.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
All right. Share your screen. Just as a point of reference, I have gigabit.
You know what? Here, let's just ghetto ass this really quick.
Gag live cringe incoming. You're not wrong.
That is true.
You're not wrong. All right, just tell me when.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, yeah, we can kind of see it. This will work. Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Oh, apparently my downloads are really good. I'm at like 400 megabits.
Hello? Thank you.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm at like 400 megabits download.
Now, this is the pain.
The best part is it just trends down.
Jesus. Solid. Not really.
Pain.
Well, now Bardo left. Lower. Okay.
Lamau green bar goes down. All right.
Can
That's
you...
my... Stop streaming it.
Yeah. There it goes. Okay.
Just destroy it real quick.
It's all right.
Fiber optic where I live.
Okay. All right. We're back to normal. Excellent. All right. So
Cool.
let's go back to the next news story. NVIDIA's $249 MSRP RTX 3050 sold out instantly in Japan for $400. Already out of stock. All right.
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
Galakuro, a graphics card supplier affiliated with Galax, started to sell its GeForce RTX 3050 GPUs in Japan on Friday. When announcing its entry-level Ampere GPUs for desktops, albeit an already inflated price, NVIDIA said that the product wouldn't bring the latest technologies to budget-conscious consumers. Still, Galakuro's GeForce RTX 3050 is far from being inexpensive. In the US, NVIDIA's GeForce RTX 3050 carries an MSRP of $249, which is relatively high for an entry-level product. Unfortunately, we do not know the Japanese MSRP for this graphics card. Galakuro's GeForce RTX 3050 was available for a whopping 50,138 yen, which is roughly 439 USD with taxes or 399 USD without taxes, at Amazon Japan, as noticed by some random Twitter user, which is higher than it should be. Yet the graphics card sold out in hours, even at this price, because to be entirely fair, $400 is still a hell of a lot better than what you're getting right now for anything. So
yeah, very true.
Galakuro's GeForce Galakuro's GeForce RTX 3050 is not some fancy graphics card with extremely high clock speeds or an advanced cooling system. Instead, the graphics card is a typical budget graphics card based on a rather expensive GA106-150 GPU with 2,500. Yeah, we know the specs. Thank you. Keep in mind the permanent shortage graphics cards in general significantly grow over prices. But around $400 without any taxes may not be that bad for Japan, where the hardware tends to be rather expensive. So, yeah. Well, things are in demand everywhere, including Japan.
a surprise to literally no one.
Right, exactly. I guess, I don't know,
Yeah.
is this like, I guess this is a sign, right, where it's like people will literally just take anything at this point, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
It's not pretty.
No. And it's kind of cool also, Japan is an emerging PC gaming market because Microsoft has never been super popular there, so Xbox can go die. Nintendo only gets you so far, and Sony has actually moved like their SIE brand completely to be headquartered in the US and out of Japan, and word on the gaming street is that the American branch of SIE is kind of ostracizing Sony's Japanese brand, so, and doing their own thing. So that's also losing them a lot of sentiment there.
Oleander says, kids, this is why learning about supply and demand is important.
Exactly. Yeah. I'd be interested in seeing the actual sales numbers, though, like how many were supplied and how many were bought up.
Yeah. I wonder just them to be a bot. I'm gonna delete it. I don't want anybody messing with that.
There's a spam bot. Yep. Yeah, all right. I think it's being taken care of. All right, cool. So...
Yep. I'm taking care of that.
Yeah. Well, we definitely know there's a market for the mid or like the entry-level stuff. No market for the expensive stuff. I don't know what else to say outside of what we haven't already said in extensive conversations before, you know? It's like people just want something.
Supply and demand, that's pretty much it. Supply is very low, demand super high.
Yep.
So
the price is going to go up, and things are going to disappear really quickly.
Yeah. It's a nice thing to emerge as a gaming space.
Yes.
You know what that means? Gaming cafes in gaming PC cafes in Japan.
Yes.
And I like it.
I like it too.
Get some King's Avatar going on there.
Right, exactly.
See, the scariest thing about esports is that, like, the Japanese and with Japanese people, they are, once they get into something, they can master a craft within a certain amount of time. So that is a very scary prospect.
Yes. And it's interesting, too. Japan's, like, one of Japan's favorite esport games lately has been Rainbow Six.
And they have been killing it.
Yes. All right.
Awesome. Well, I mean, that pretty much touches it on that topic. I don't have any more to say outside of what we've already done.
Yeah. Let's talk about stalking women. Right? Okay. All right.
That transition was about as abrupt as my internet.
Cat. All right, so this is going to come from the post on the LTT forums, just because the actual New York Post article this is from had some interesting pictures associated with it, which I'm not sure we can show on YouTube. So, yeah. Anyway.
That's fair.
Brief summary. Brooks Nader, a model, found an Apple AirTag that apparently was slipped into her coat while she was out in New York City. Her phone alerted her that an unknown item has been following her for about 5 hours. She isn't the first one to report something like that. There have been numerous other women who were apparently stalked with the help of AirTags since their release. All right.
Yeah.
Expanding the article. Brooks Nader, 26, claims the disturbing incident occurred Wednesday night while she was out in New York City. And you can go out in New York City? I thought they were... Okay, anyway.
I'm probably...
Yeah, okay. And she only realized it when her iPhone alerted her to the fact that a, quote, unknown accessory, end quote, was moving with her. This device followed me for the last 5 hours to every location, and it belonged to no one in my network. It also wasn't a phone or tablet, it was an item. For those asking, it's not my AirTag, it's someone random who must have slipped it into my belongings while out. Thank you all for checking in and sending helpful articles. I want this to be a PSA to all my ladies. Please, please check your belongings. Nader is hardly the first woman to be stalked with the aid of Apple tech. In Mississippi, a 27-year-old woman called the police on December 27th. never mind. After on the 27th minute of the 27th hour, after receiving a notification on her iPhone that she had an unregistered AirTag on her person. Also last month, a Maryland woman took to Twitter to share her disturbing tale of a stalker attaching an AirTag to her car before she left a bar in the early hours of the morning. And back in July, a Texas woman went viral on TikTok after revealing an AirTag had been placed in her purse and used by an unknown person to gauge her whereabouts.
Damn.
And just one thing to highlight to the forum posters' opinion here is that the Apple AirTags are definitely not the first device capable of doing this, but they have certainly made it a lot easier and a lot more accessible and knowledgeable for people to do so. So
yeah.
Anyway,
just going through the chat real quick since we reading that there. Only Under does say, excuse me, what? Raspberries Reborn says, I'm calling the police. Please don't. I don't want to be swatted.
right.
Only Under says, damn Apple, or rather the assholes who use Apple for evil intent. It is very much so the users in this case.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Tile has existed for ever now.
Right.
It's just, it hasn't been as easy and as
effective, I would say.
Yeah, I would say effective would be the correct word there.
Yeah. Just because the AirTags benefit so much from the Find My network, which which is only enhanced by the number of iOS devices around you. And statistically speaking, if you're out in a city or a mall somewhere, at least every other person has an iOS device that's part of that network. Because I guarantee you people don't really turn it off. So
yeah.
Matt wouldn't be swatted, Taylor would be. That is true. I am the one streaming. So
yeah. That would require Raspberries knowing how to track your location.
That is true. Boot up that telnet, boyo. Anyway.
True. But with it, hey, PSA for people, just make sure you're checking your stuff. There are several apps and features out now that do keep you aware if you are being tracked by an AirTag. So, hey, it's not a bad thing to keep on you just in case you're in a bad neighborhood or not feeling safe on that part.
Yeah. Or you're suspicious of something, or, you had a night out on the town or something. And yeah, Apple has their own app for Android that allows you to scan for that. And then iOS will just eventually notify you automatically. So
5 hours is an interesting time frame on that, though.
I've seen it as short as 15 minutes, so I wonder how much of it could be.
15 minutes is much better.
Yeah, 15 minutes is when it's if it's moving with you from the way it technically works is that if something unknown is moving with you for 15 minutes and whatnot, then it's going to it'll do the red flag thing. So I don't know why this took 5 hours. It could have been how this woman's notifications are set up or something. So or maybe she just didn't see it until 5 hours later that it came up. So
either way, just keep your wits about on you if you think this may happen to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't want anybody getting hurt or picked up by the hacker group Ethernet because of this.
Right, exactly. Okay.
All right.
Let's talk about more TSMC and Intel drama, or news, rather, I should say, not really drama. So,
yeah, it's not as bad as it's been in the past couple months. So,
right, exactly. All right, switching over to the news. All right, coming to us from overclock3d.net, good hardware website. TSMC is reportedly building a 3nm fab that's dedicated to orders from Intel. I'm going to zoom in slightly here just to make it bigger on the stream so I can still face the camera and read.
That would be nice because I was about to say it's not that readable.
Yeah.
Drama would imply that is in a TMI format.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, TSMC is reportedly changing its production plans to cater to large orders from Intel. According to a report from Digitimes, TSMC has struck a deal with Intel where the former will be producing 3nm chips for the latter, securing manufacturing capacity for Intel on one of TSMC's most highly anticipated lithography nodes. Intel's deal with TSMC has forced TSMC to redraw its production roadmap, changing what would have been an R&D center in the Baoshan area of Hsinchu in northern Taiwan into a dedicated manufacturing facility for Intel's orders. This move secures for Intel the manufacturing capacity that they need and separates Intel's orders from Apple's, keeping information regarding products from each manufacturer secure from the other.
Yeah.
Okay, made sense.
Yeah, everything makes sense on that part.
Drama would imply that's in a TMZ format. Okay, TMZ, not TMI. That makes more sense.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That'd be funny to have like a show formatted like TMZ was. Anyway.
That would require a lot more drama to be taking place.
That is true, yeah.
But TMZ is a funny show. It's also scary how quickly they get some information.
That is true, yeah.
Like, in terms of either or something major going on, usually the first to hit the scene, which is good.
Yeah, it's insane.
Go ahead.
Yeah. 3 nanometer is TSMC's next major node shift, with the company's current generation 5 nanometer nodes and their 4 nanometer enhancements being the backbone of many new and future products. AMD's due to transition to 5 nanometer this year with their Zen 4 series processors, and Apple's due to move to 3 nanometer as soon as it becomes available. Intel's 3 nanometer orders from TSMC prove that the former's foundries are not yet ready to compete with TSMC within the high-end PC market. If Intel believed they could produce a better 3 nanometer node than TSMC at the volumes they required, they would. Intel's move with TSMC is a strategic one, as their use of 3 nanometer is intended to bring the company back to a leadership position within the PC market. And we all know Apple wants to beat Apple, AMD, and Apple, and yeah, pretty much. All right, so all right, that's pretty much the end of the article. So this is kind of in contrast to what Intel has indicated they wanted to do before, you know? Intel said they wanted to bring a lot of things back to in-house, their own processes, their own foundries, etc. That seemed to be Gelsinger's intention, but evidently that's not quite panning out the way they originally wanted. But it is super killer that TSMC is building a fab for them.
Yes. It does. You pretty much said it all there. But yeah, it's everything they want to do. Build stuff in-house. They want to do their own thing and be independent. They want to be a grown-up.
Yes. They want their own place.
They don't need no Intel.
Right.
They are a strong, independent company. Or they don't need no TSMC. But yeah, it kind of does go in the face of what they've been trying to do, but they're just not where they want to be right now. It's as simple as that. They're just fab technology has been lacking for the better part of what, like 5 years now?
I would say close to a decade, in all honesty, because a lot of their fabs have been outsourced for a while. A lot of their things have been outsourced for a while. So
I was going based off like Skylake.
Oh, okay, yes. Then this will be year 7 then.
Yeah.
2015.
It's been pretty bad.
Yeah.
But hopefully they get something going there and to see them stand on their own two feet, their own feet. It's not going to be anytime soon though, especially with TSMC dedicating a whole facility just to them.
Yeah. Maybe by the time we shift out of lithography as a process in general, Intel will start like being able to get a good fresh start there. But I mean, it honestly just makes more sense to go with the industry leader in that sense, TSMC for.
Yeah. And to be fair, it's their best move right now because it's allowed them to for cheaper. It's been a great way to compete against AMD and their current strategy.
Yeah.
Is Chloe on your bed?
Yes. Nice. And I heard like a little squeak in her sleep. She's dreaming.
Adorable.
Yes.
Raspberries Reborn in the chat says, didn't TMZ break news of some person dying before the family knew they were dead or something? Yes, it was Kobe.
Jesus.
Yeah, they have that many connections.
Jesus. Okay. Crazy. Yeah. Okay.
But
anything else to say?
When do you think they'll move on from lithography?
Maybe around the 2030-ish range, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, give it a decade or so.
Yeah, within the next 8 years, I'd say, is when.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I still think that it's like that process is still going to be viable for quite a bit, especially as we start using it to get into the 3D space of transistors, as we've talked about before. So,
it's been proven useful to get down to, like, basically a nanometer.
yes.
It's not, and to be fair, it's not necessarily an issue of lithography as much as it is just an issue of quantum tunneling.
Also true. Yeah, true. But the process itself is limited by the quantum tunneling as well. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true. We're just gonna have to figure out some physics there to make it work.
Yes.
But I mean, yeah, that pretty much touches it on that topic. I don't really have much more I want to say.
Okay, I've said my piece. So let's get on to the last topic of the day of this. How would you describe this podcast so far? Surprisingly workable podcast.
Serviceable.
Serviceable. Better term.
Yes.
All right.
It's gotten the job done. It hasn't been the prettiest podcast or the best one.
It works. Better than nothing.
It's great.
Yeah.
We've had amazing chat engagement.
Yes. Awesome.
My internet hasn't been down the entire time.
Nope.
So nice. All right.
All right.
So yeah, let's move on.
Yeah. All right. Our last article comes to us from The Verge. Razer no longer claims its Zephyr mask uses N95 grade filters. Criticism caused the company to shift its wording. Razer's popular $100 Zephyr mask isn't a replacement for PPE because it isn't PPE, but its announcement of the Zephyr Pro last week spurred a surge of claims that the company had overstated the mask protection. Razer responded by scrubbing every instance of N95 grade from the mask product page late last week. Previously, Razer used N95 in multiple places to describe the filtration and efficacy of its replaceable filters, which were referred to as N95 grade because of their 99% bacterial filtration to efficiency, BFE. Razer now refers to them as air purification filters. While Razer claims that testing showed its filters meet a 95% particulate filtration efficiency, the entire mask, not just the filters, would have to block 95% of small particles and be cleared by regulators that call itself an N95. Razer declined to provide an on-the-record statement in response to questions from The Verge, but in a tweet on Saturday, the company tweeted that the Razer Zephyr and Zephyr Pro are not medical devices, respirators, surgical masks, or personal protective equipment that are not meant to be used in medical or clinical settings. This isn't the first bit of controversial info that Razer has changed on the Zephyr's page. On December 10th, 2021, it published a new version of the page that removed its claim in the FAQ section that likened the Zephyr to a medical device, respirator, surgical mask, and PPE, which initially said the Zephyr offers the same functionality and adequate protection due to its 99% BFE rating. It now says Razer Zephyr is not a medical device, respirator, surgical mask, or PPE, is not meant to be used on medical or clinical settings. So did like a bunch of like doctors show up to work or something wearing these things? They have like RGB going on the patient.
They were ballers, fucking, you know it.
Yeah.
I honestly, I think the is that people like to them and they listen to.
I did not catch any of that.
Is the void back?
Yeah, I am not catching any of that.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say, honestly, it was probably just some people going out and testing them. I don't doubt it, especially with the price point that those replaceable pads are at.
Mm-hmm.
They cost significantly more than just a pack of regular N95 masks.
Yeah.
But
and I guess basically what it comes down to is that Razer made these claims without the official like agencies certifying these, testing them themselves. So who knows? Maybe these agencies, once they test it, will be like, okay, yes, it actually does work and whatnot, like the way you claim it does. We'll grant it the title officially.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that remains to be seen. It just seems like Razer jumped the gun a little bit with their marketing here. So
to be fair, it's uncommon for places to do that. I mean, it's very common when it comes to like carrier plates that you put in like a protector in your vest.
Yeah,
it's not uncommon to say that it's like a level 3 grade plate or a level 2 or a 3 plus or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a difference between saying, yeah, it's like a level 4 grade plate and versus NGI or whatever the given standard is certified. There is a difference there.
Yeah, there's there's like the same thing with motorcycle helmets also. There's a DOE, which or I'm sorry, DOT certification, which is sounds really official and whatnot, right? It's absolutely the worst certification for a bike helmet. And then there's like this European regulatory agency that has better certification, and the most strictest of them all is, no surprise, the Japanese regulatory agency for bike helmets. So
yeah, that shouldn't be a surprise to anybody.
yeah, and that scales in price too, by the way. So
as you would imagine it would.
Yeah. What's his name? My favorite motorcycle YouTuber, Fort9, has an excellent video on like the rating standards for helmets, for motorcycle helmets. So go check
His
it out.
videos are not only very informative, but also impressively just visually stunning.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say was the one that we demoed at CES a couple years back certified at all?
Yeah, it was the he was getting all three. He got all three certifications for it. I remember asking him that.
Yeah, very nice.
Yes.
That was a cool helmet with the rear view cam.
Mm-hmm.
Did we? Yeah, we have a video up on the TOG page for that, right?
Yes.
Nice.
I don't know if it's been scrubbed or not though.
I can check.
All right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Jamie, pull that up.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, would you ever buy the Zephyr?
Honestly, the way it currently is, no, because it's very different from the way Project Haze advertised.
Yeah.
This mask is massive.
Yes, it is.
It is so much bigger than I initially thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like this slim, sleek design.
Yeah.
This one, honestly, it's really bulky, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it honestly comes off as more of like a rebreather for like scuba diving as opposed to like a face mask. So
yes, that was a great way to put it. Let me see if I the video.
Okay.
It has 660 views.
Nice.
If anybody wants to see something from a bygone era, there's a link.
The words of Dr. Evil. How about no? You have to approve your own link being posted?
No.
Okay.
To be fair, it's a YouTube link as well, so I don't imagine it was an issue.
Fair enough.
But...
No! Stop! Why would you do that? God, this is garbage. What the hell? Okay, how do I exit this? Please stop.
What's the issue?
I accidentally clicked the link in chat and Streamlabs wants to play it, and I just want to go back to chat and... Okay, we're good. Anyway.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I find it hilarious just the way that Razer's handling this. They're usually pretty good at that type of stuff for the most part, so for them to kind of in such a manner.
Yeah, it's kind of a... I don't say it's a little shady, but it's definitely like... There is egg on their face. Yeah, there is egg on their face about it. Definitely. Yeah. So, you can claim false I think... Does it qualify as false advertising, do you think? I don't know.
It does not qualify as false advertising because it says N95 grade, which is not the same as N95 certified.
Okay, yeah.
That's why plate carriers tend to get away with that type of stuff.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, take a lesson from the personal or the firearms protection industry into the medical protection industry. So, yeah.
Let me just say, I can respect an owner who stands behind their products.
Right. Yeah. Nothing claims confidence in the product like being shot by a 357.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I mean, that kind of covers it for that portion. It's Razer. Not only do you kind of have a stupid mask on your face, but you got egg there too.
Yes. You have egg on top of the mask, if you will.
Yeah.
Imagine just cracking an egg through those filters.
I wonder how many of those particulates would get through.
Apparently only 5%.
Yeah, right. But it's like, I'm so disappointed because like I thought it was gonna be like this nice like form-fitting like slim thing, and it's like it's so bulky.
Yeah.
It's made to fit some of the very large face individuals, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd have like some sort of flex to it, but no, that thing's like
No, it's
rigid
it's a
apparently.
solid piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
All right. Well, are there any other topics you'd like to bring up for the water cooler conversation?
Was there anything else interesting this week? Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Oh, you got anything?
Nope. I have said my piece. All right, well, I think.
Damn shady people. You're not wrong.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What was the chat?
Oleander says, "Damn shady people."
Oh yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think that'll wrap it up for this week's very serviceable podcast, better than nothing edition.
Make sure to plug the things.
Yes. So once again, make sure you are liked, subscribed, leave a comment, and everything. You can catch this live recording every Saturday at 1 p.m. Arizona time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/tedforthought. And yeah, make sure you tune in live. It's fun to interact with chat and whatnot. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at @tet_4_thought, and on Instagram at @tet_for_thought, because branding is difficult. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time.
Guys, have a good one.